Good morning, students. We were talking about chapter 5 of chemistry, that is periodic classification of elements. There I have told you that till now 118 elements are known. So it is very difficult for us to remember the properties of each and every element. That's why their classification is required. Better to say systematic classification is required. If the elements having similar properties can be placed in the same group, then it becomes easy for us to remember the properties of the elements, because the elements which belongs to same group will exhibit same properties. So initially it was started, the systematic classification was started with Daubernier's law of rights. What he had done? He had made a group of 3 elements having similar properties. But after its failure, a new approach was given to classification of elements by Newland's, and he formed Newland's law of octaves. Then I have told you that every 8th element is having similar property, but it was applicable till element calcium. After that, every element was not exhibiting similar properties. Then came the turn of Mendeleev, a Russian chemist. He was the first scientist who has classified the elements in the form of periodic table. The idea of periodic table was given by Mendeleev. The systematic classification of elements in the form of periodic table was first done by Mendeleev. So here we can say that Mendeleev was the first who arranged elements in the form of periodic table. Hence we can say that Mendeleev, he was the most important contributor to the early development of periodic table. Now, on what basis he has framed his periodic table? What was the idea behind his periodic table? He arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic mass or atomic weight, and he has found that after some interval the elements are exhibiting similar properties. So he arranged the elements in the form of horizontal rows which are called periods, and the elements which exhibit similar properties are placed in same vertical columns which are called groups. So in total there were 6 horizontal rows which are called periods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total vertical columns which are called groups were 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The elements which belongs to same group exhibits similar properties. So important part here is he arranged the elements in periodic table in the form of their increasing atomic mass. But there were problems because only 63 elements were known at that time. Now it's 118 elements, 118 elements are known. Just half of the elements were known at that time, or less than half we can say. So his periodic table contains only 63 elements. Most importantly, the elements which were not discovered at that time, for those elements, gaps were there. Gaps were kept. So, the important limitation, there are many gaps in the periodic table of Mendeleev because most of the elements were not discovered at that time. The second failure, Mendeleev was not having idea about the isotopes. You know it very well that the isotopes have same atomic number but different mass number. So, about the isotopes, where to place isotopes, the idea was not clear. Mendeleev didn't say anything about the isotopes. So, these are the two important failures. That's why Mendeleev's periodic table was rejected. Now, the most recent one is your modern periodic table, where we are having 118 elements. That we will discuss in our next lecture. Thank you and have a good day.